Akwoko Main Egan.
Yes, please.
You are the founder of J Foundation.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bye.
How are you, beautiful?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now, it's every time we have the chance to interact like this, I know that it is because something awesome is coming from your foundation, right?
True. That's true.
That is true. So it's I'm always expectant, looking forward to see people like you, because I know then society is benefiting from you. But let's start our discussion with a little education.
Okay.
We are talking about neonatal care and neonatal care. For those who may not even know what that is, could you mind explaining to us what neonatal care is and how important it is to the life of a preterm baby or a baby born sick?
Okay. So thank you for having us again.
Right.
We really appreciate the media support. It's been amazing. And without the media, we would be nowhere. No one will know of us. So we won't have a lot of supporters coming on board and people donating to these facilities.
Right.
Yes. So to your question, so a neonate is either a baby born early or a sick baby, and because of the delicacy of their situation, they have to be housed in an intensive care unit. So then it's called a neonatal intensive care unit.
You mean how delicate their situation is?
Yes, because
they have to be housed in a special unit
called
neonatal
intensive care unit.
Okay, that's NICU.
That's a NICU.
Okay.
Yes. Let me give an example. For a preterm baby that comes early, you have a very extreme preterm baby born at 26 or 27 weeks. This baby's lungs are not fully developed, so the baby cannot breathe on its own. This baby has to be put immediately into an incubator under a radiant warmer to still feel the warmth of
as if it were in a womb.
Yes. So you need an incubator. They need to give it oxygen. It has to be tube fed and all. And then these vitals have to be taken. It has to be on the monitor constantly. And so you need such a unit to take care of these babies. And then you can have a full-term baby that is sick.
Very sick.
Maybe has diabetes or probably has jaundice with the yellow eyes.
Yeah.
So the baby has to go under the light and has to be monitored. And so these babies are kept in such special units and attended to. And we have them as an intensive care unit to prevent infection. So many people going in and out.
Yeah.
Yes, except for the medical doctors and nurses that attend to them.
Then it means that a NICU is very, very important because there are so many of preterm or sick babies, that are born here and there, within a month.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. So let's speak about a standard NICU.
Okay.
What should be there? What are some of the advanced technology, equipment that must be there, apart from trained professionals?
Okay. So a standard NICU should have all the medical equipment, such as the incubators, the radiant warmers. They should have the oxygen flow meter. They should have pulse oximeters. They should have the all the gadgets that would help them attend to such babies. And so in our hospitals, ideally the oxygen is supposed to be piped through the wall so that it feeds directly
through the wall.
Yes, but you have some of them still using the old cylinders and all that, and then sometimes it has to run out and then you have to quickly, so
refill.
Then it creates an interruption in the feed to the baby. So these are some of the things that they need. And then for a neonatal intensive care unit, you need the mothers there most of the time because they have to still feel the presence of the mothers. They also have to do the skin to skin when they get out of that critical stage where they are no longer under the oxygen, taking in oxygen or under the light or in the incubator. Aside that, some fathers can do that as well, especially when the mothers have been lost. The lives of the mothers are normal. The daddies can step in, or grandmothers, but there should be somebody always there to attend to the baby. It helps with the survival of the baby as well. Yeah.
How about space? So we need space for easy movement. I read somewhere that the structure itself is supposed to be in a certain form for easy, mobility.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. So for neonatal intensive care units, it's supposed to be a separate unit attached to the maternity ward, so that you don't have so many people going through that unit.
Yeah.
So ideally, we are supposed to construct separate neonatal intensive care, have separate neonatal intensive care wards, not a room created in a maternity ward.
Yeah.
Because we've started having babies there, so we'll create a small room in the maternity ward to attend to them. That because still you have so many people going through the maternity ward, and so then the rate of infection becomes so high. And then you see, when you are attending to a baby, you can have like 4 or 5 doctors attending to this tiny baby or a sick baby. Someone is taking a blood sample, somebody is feeding the baby with oxygen, somebody is doing something
all at the same time.
So the space is very, very important. You can see like 4 or 5 doctors standing at an incubator doing several things, trying to save a baby's life. Now, space is very important here because it allows the doctors to work freely, and then it also allows the babies to thrive. When you jumble all of them in a room,
in a small corner,
and it also spreads infection. Aside that, because we don't have a lot of medical equipment, they have to share the incubators, they have to share the cots. You go to the hospital, you see 2 babies lying in a cot, or you see them 2 or 3 being kept in an incubator. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all.
As you describe the situation, I'm just imagining it, from my perspective as a woman and mother, and I can just imagine how distressing that could be. But we are having this conversation particularly in the light of Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Reports say that at the moment 1 in every 3 births dies because of the situation you have just described. Help us understand the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital's situation better.
Well, I think that for a number of years, I don't want to say a couple of years, because I think 3 years ago there was another report about Cape Coast not having a neonatal intensive care unit at all. So as I said, that most of the hospitals don't have this, but they create a ward, and then
when it becomes necessary, then
they start housing the babies
so
there. Now for Cape Coast, I think that because the teaching hospital, they've been getting a lot of referrals from the community and from around. They even get all the way from Ashanti region and then the Western region. So they house so many babies at the moment that they have to. So those doing well are moved to a corridor where they are attended to.
A corridor.
Yes. And you see, the doctors can do so much, but when the situation becomes unbearable, these babies will pass, and I think that the doctor is taking a toll on their work as well. Yes, it's disheartening. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, but why is it that as a country, our health system seems to be lacking, or is lacking in that area? Why? Because preterm babies have been with us since of old. Sick babies born sick, have been with us. This is not a new phenomenon.
Yes.
So how come all these years we seem not to have done enough in that area?
I think that it bottles down to priorities. Okay, and I would want to say that, as we have to channel our support to the vulnerable. So the vulnerable in society are these babies and the mothers, and it's sad to know, because the babies are future. Do you get me? And so if we regard them in that light, we want to save more of the lives of these babies. Now the sad bit is that they don't have a voice. They came into this world not asking to be born in such situations, and you see they're struggling to thrive or to survive, but they are not getting the help that they need, so they pass. And it's really sad. Sometimes it's very, very disheartening, because you know that if we had made the efforts,
they would have survived.
Yeah. But because of situations around their birth, not getting the chance to be in an incubator because the place is full, it's very disheartening.
Yeah.
And I think that as a people, we have to start looking at our priorities. properly, we'll have to know that we have to channel most of our resources to this area. Can you imagine if the health sector has been given maybe 30% of the budget allocated?
Budgetary allocation.
Yes, and then you can imagine, and the problem with the health sector is there's so many issues with the health sector. Yes, we have the pediatric units, we have the accident center, we have so many centers that need help, diabetes patients, all those people. We have the surgical units, so everybody needs attention. So then it becomes difficult to really prioritize, and then you end up getting a small percentage going to these babies. And I know in the past years we've really helped with the maternal health because the death rate was
that time. I remember, yeah.
And thanks to foundations that took up, yes, it's been amazing. And so we'll encourage more NGOs to partner each other and then try to change the narrative, honestly. And we hope that in the future we will not be having this discussion. When we come, it has to be success stories. Oh yes, so we were able to do this, and we've brought down the mortality rate to 0.1% or maybe 1%, which will really be an encouragement, because now it's 33. If we are even able to bring it down to 10%, it's a massive improvement.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right then. So I get the sense from your just ended submission that government alone cannot do it.
No.
And that is where I get excited about foundations such as yourself. So in the light of the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital and the problem they are having at the NICU, what exactly is J Foundation doing?
Okay, so last year we visited the Cape Coast Hospital as part of our regular visits.
Okay.
And then because of the reports that we have had in the past, they took us around. We immediately realized that we needed to expand the units, or probably put up a new neonatal intensive care unit. They also mentioned that they needed that badly, and they had the space, as in they had the land, to put up the neonatal intensive care unit.
Yeah.
We were in talks with them when we had to rush to cater to put up one last year during the COVID season, because they needed it desperately.
Right.
So after that, we went back to Cape Coast because we heard that the situation was still the same. And then, the plan is to put up a new neonatal intensive care unit.
A new one?
Yes. A new
From
one.
scratch?
From scratch.
Okay.
We are looking at 60 beds.
Oh, 60 bed neonatal. Oh, wow.
Yes. So it's going to be a huge
intervention
project, probably. Yes. So that's why we're running this media campaign, to have a lot of people come support. Together we can do it. We can say as a foundation we can do this alone, but together with the support of Ghanaians and some companies, will be able to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely you'll be able to do it with the right support.
Yes,
and
exactly.
all of that. So somebody may be wondering why you are speaking to this subject, from what a neonatal care is through the situation at Cape Coast University. Give us an idea of J Foundation. I know you have done a lot of things, and that has probably equipped you with the knowledge that you have.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about J Foundation and what you have been able to do in the past to give, to invoke the kind of confidence we need.
Okay.
Right.
Great. So the J Foundation is an NGO that basically takes care of preterm babies and their mothers. We started in January 2019, and within the year 2019, we were able to donate to 6 hospitals.
The foundation came into being in 2019?
Yes, December 2018 was when we registered, but we started active work January 2019 with Kolebu.
Right.
First, we went to Kolebu and did the donation. So what we do is that we go to the hospitals, and then we do a needs assessment to see what they need, because you can't just go to the hospital and say, okay, because I'm just donating this. You have to find out what your needs are, and what their problems are, and see if you can meet them halfway. So in 2019, that's what we did. We donated to 6 hospitals. Then we realized that the mortality rate was really high, so we asked how we could help. They said the main cause was infection, so we added cleaning of the hospitals, a thorough cleaning of the hospitals, and we did that at Tema General in Kolibu. In 2020, then we realized the need, because we, after going around, we went to Sawam, and then we went to Tema General.
Yes.
We did Shayo Sudoku. We did Kolibu. We did Baton, and then we Baton Catholic Hospital. Then we realized that the neonatal intensive care unit, what they were calling neonatal intensive, were very tiny. And
it didn't befit the status.
No, it was deplorable. So we had to sit down and say, okay, we can go in every time and donate, but the problem will still
be there.
Yes. So then, what are we going to do? Can we put in more effort to try and achieve our short-term goal, which is to reduce the mortality rate in Ghana? And so that is what exactly we are working on. We started by putting up a structure, mother shed, and a neonatal intensive care unit that could house more babies and they could have the space that they needed at the Keita Municipal Hospital.
Okay, so that project is ongoing?
Yes, no, it's done.
It's finished?
Yes,
you handed it over
to the hospital.
Great.
It's being used.
Oh,
great. And they are very, very happy.
How long did it take to put that up?
Well, it was a desperate situation because the babies were now under a shed. They had overflow of babies and they were in the sun. It was heartbreaking.
In the sun?
Yes, under a shed.
Under a shed? Exposed to...
Yes.
Wow.
And can you imagine sick babies being that? So when we visited, we realized that we had to... Luckily, we got the indigenous of the land to support us. Yes, so we quickly,
within
a month and a half, we had put the structures up.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
Speed up, and then yes.
Okay, so it is the same alacrity, if you like, and the agency
that we want to put to Cape Coast
University, Cape Coast Hospital.
Yes, teaching hospital. So that let's say within August, September, God willing, if we should get funding or the support, we will just put it up and then they can start using it.
Okay. So when you say you are putting up a new neonatal care,
we are constructing the building, yes, from scratch. And then you have to also equip it with medical equipment. Yes.
Exactly. So what kind of equipment are we looking at? Those earlier mentioned? We need
incubators. We need radiant warmers. And for the preterm babies, they have so many big medical equipment that are used on them, and they are very, very pricey. Yes.
Yeah.
So
very.
With the help of people, we will be able to stock, and then they have their special cots, the transparent cots that they sleep in, so that or that they are housed in, so that when anything is happening to the baby, you can see.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's why they have those transparent cots. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll be speaking a little more about how people can donate, but you see, sometimes I love it when we get this opportunity, so that we can use it to educate our people.
Yes, of course.
When we speak about preterm babies, is it a condition or a situation that can be prevented? Or there are some lifestyle choices that may predispose a pregnant woman to delivering earlier than usual?
Well, from experience and from what I've read, prematurity is a baby being born early. That means before 37 weeks. Now, you can have your baby born very, very early, and that's called the extreme preterm. We have the very and then the normal preterm. You can have a baby born at 32 weeks and the baby is fine, but just probably will be a bit small. So the fattening period is between the 30 to the 40 weeks. And so the lungs is the last thing that develops. And in the male, sometimes they have issues with their private part. That's why you would hear some people saying that the males struggle to survive. When you have a preterm baby, the boys will struggle to survive. Well, it depends. Now, I don't think for prematurity, some of the doctors or most of the doctors will tell you that sometimes they can't tell the causes. It just happens. Sometimes it just happens. It's a natural phenomenon. But for some people, if you have a chronic disease, let's say high blood pressure, or you have diabetes.
As a pregnant woman?
Yes. Maybe you're diabetic. Yes. It's likely that if you don't take good care of yourself, it might trigger early labor. And then if you are carrying multiples, definitely you have a baby, your baby coming early.
Multiples of what?
Like twins, triplets, quadruplets, okay. Yes. So you don't go the full term. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, naturally. Yes.
Okay.
So those are the issues around the preterm. So when you're carrying multiples, the doctors will tell you that expect that by 36 weeks your baby should be out, but sometimes they do come early. Yeah. But the good thing is that you have to pray that they come between 30 to 30. That even can be critical, but yeah.
So in the light of this, how would you how critical is care, proper care during pregnancy is? Because I know some women who for one reason or the other will not even go to the hospital.
And that's so wrong. That's why we talk to them. So as part of our responsibilities, we have talks with expectant mothers to tell them that yes, you can have your baby early and there's no problem with that, but you have to take your antenatal visits very, very to the hospital very, very seriously. Because you go to the hospital, that's when they will tell you that probably your baby is not doing well, or your baby is not growing in your womb. That's when they discover all the issues. But if you stay home and say that, oh, you're fine, you're pregnant, you've had 2 babies and you didn't go to the hospital, so the third one you will just stay home. Every pregnancy is different, and so we encourage most pregnant women to visit the hospitals for the antenatal visits. That's the first step to ensuring that your baby develops healthy. Now, aside that, we encourage these mothers to eat well. So most pregnant women, sometimes they've lost their appetite. They just feel that the world is crashing down, so they eat anything that But we encourage them to make an effort to think about their baby and eat well. So you eat fruits. So during this talk, we donate food items that they are supposed to eat.
Oh wow!
Yes, so beans, rice, eggs, fruits, nkontomire, abedro. All these things will boost your immune system and will help your baby grow beautifully. And so that's one of the things that we've been doing, because if you don't tackle the problem holistically, you end up fixing one and then the other will be eminent. So if you have more mothers taking good care of themselves, going on the antenatal visits, doing the regular things, if your baby comes, you would have been prepared, because then you would have heard that it's likely that your baby might come preterm. Exactly. Which is a surprise to every woman, but you would have known something about that because you visited the hospital. And then it might also reduce the number of preterms or sick babies that we have in the system.
Exactly.
So as a foundation, we try to tackle every end to see how best we can solve the situation.
Right. We will be announcing the phone line in a little while to get interactive with our viewers. But
that'll be great.
I'll be says that will be great. But before I announce the phone line, I want to find out. There are some misconceptions, superstitious beliefs about. You see the way she's reacting to it. Let me announce the phone line, and then you act to that. The number is 0302 770 222. 0302-770-222 is the number to call. Share your experience. Promise to support Our Lady, the foundation that is doing so well. Or you can also ask a question, and I'm sure because of the experience she had over the years, she'll be able to answer.
Yes.
Misconceptions.
Well, so there's this myth, just like there's this myth that preterm babies are cursed. Or you, the mother, you have to be a witch. That's why you are having your baby early. And the funny thing is that when they come out, they look very funny because they...
Funny?
Yes.
Or scary?
Both. Okay. So I don't want to use the word scary because I don't want to scare new mothers or pregnant women this morning. But they come out because they haven't fattened up. So they come out very skinny. You can see the ribs, you can see their spinal cord. You can actually count their bones. They have a very small face.
I hear they look like
lizards. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't want to say it, but you see, you have said it because you know.
They look very scary. Their skin looks very like the skin of an old, because it's
God is wonderful, eh?
Yes.
And to think that such babies,
they thrive. They make it. And they are, and
when you see
so
some
smart.
of them, hey,
you won't, if they don't tell you that there's a preterm baby, you won't even know. And so,
I know a few. I don't want to mention the name here, but I know a few, and I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. So there's this misconception out there that you should have done something wrong, or your family is being paid for doing some wrong or evil, and so we speak to these issues as well. That's why we normally have the media campaign to tell people that there are no this babies.
So it seems there is a first caller on the line, my dear. Hold on for me. Good morning, friend. Okay, so we lost that caller. Please try the line again. 0302 770 222. 0302 770 222 is the number to call. Please go ahead.
Okay, so we try to speak to people to let them know that these babies is of no fault of theirs that they come early, and they can thrive. They just need the necessary care that they should be given, and they will become like the normal babies. Now, some people think that because they come out and they look scary, they abandon them in the hospital.
Asking their parents or the mothers.
In fact, the families tell them, you have to leave this baby. It won't thrive, or either it will become a sickler. It will end up giving us problems. You have to be visiting the hospital the whole time, and then they think about the cost. In fact, for mothers, it's a lot of work to have a preterm baby. I have to be honest, because you become emotionally, financially, and mentally drained. You always have to psych yourself that you should be positive, but you're down. And then it takes a toll on your finances as well, because it's expensive to take care of them. And so most people shy away from it. So you go to the hospitals, you can call Kolibu this morning, they will tell you the number of abandoned babies there this morning. Yes. And these babies thrive with breast milk and their mother's care, so most of them don't survive without the mother. It's just the tough ones that make it. God willing. So we want to let the public know that these babies are special, and that's why they are called miracle babies, because this baby comes out early and thrives, and amazingly becomes a miracle to the family. So we want them to give them the love that they need, and that's all they need, and they will make it, and they will amuse you in the end. They'll make you proud. So we want Ghanaians to know that when this thing, sometimes we hear that some of them are killed, some of them are buried alive, and all sorts of things. It's very disheartening. Last year, we wanted to take a road show and visit, because we had calls from Seshiri, also all sorts of places telling us that because the lady had a preterm baby, nobody talks to her in the society. That's so weird.
Really?
Yeah, so we decided that we're going to go there to speak to the people and let them know that we love these babies. They can make it. They don't deserve this, But COVID came, and then we had to align, our programs in the year. So this is an opportunity to let people know that these babies thrive. I have one in my house.
Oh, you do?
Yes, and she's amazing. I have one.
How young is she?
She's 3.
She's 3 years. What's the name?
She's called Jada.
So I get the sense that it is from her that the foundation was birthed.
Yes, not just her. We have some other directors too who had preterm babies.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but she's the reason. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know whether she's watching now.
I hope so. I think so.
Jaden, you said.
Jaden. Okay, so there was Jada and Jaden. But Jaden did it.
Oh, you had twins.
Yes.
Oh, Nakoko. You see now, you turned your story around into a beautiful one.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you. So, good morning to you, my dear, wherever you are, and continue to do good. Sorry about that. So, you are still watching the Breakfast Show on Ghana Television, This show is brought to you by Shoulder Acrylic Paint, the premium paint, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, Awake Purified Water, One for Life, and Beth Borough. We are having a conversation on neonatal care with Cape Coast Teaching Hospital in focus. Luckily for us, we have a foundation that has dedicated its time, its focus to helping children that are born sick or prematurely, and they are moving into Cape Coast Teaching Hospital to turn things around there so that the babies that are born sick, babies that are born premature, can have the needed attention that is so desired. Remember at the moment that 1 in every 3 births dies as a result of lack of facilities, and we are hoping that by the set time, J Foundation says hopefully by August or September.
We are hoping. We are so, yes, we are eager. So hopefully
by September, August, September, the facilities should be ready. How awesome it will be, my dear.
It would in fact it would give us so much joy. It will give us so much joy. So we are working towards it. It will give us so much joy.
Right.
To know that we are just reducing the lives.
Yes.
Or preserving the lives of this baby.
Preserving the lives of the baby. Yes. So if somebody wants to donate, let's talk about that. If somebody wants to donate, how would the person be able to do so?
Okay, so we have a website. You can visit our website. It's jfoundation.net.
Okay, hold on for me.
Okay.
Let's speak to this friend on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Great. We can hear you, but the voice is a bit faint. If you can lift it up a little for us, we'll be grateful.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, so let's try. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Vivian. Hello.
Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Teshi.
Teshi, what's your name?
Vivian.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I have a sister who was also born like that. But today, when she was the first thing she died, you will be more happy. So I just want to encourage those women whose children are in that.
Sorry. Yeah, yes. But if I heard the earlier part, she said she has a sister
who was born preterm.
Something like that.
Yes.
I wanted to ask whether she survived or did she survive?
Yes, because she was saying that she did so many things. So, well, let's hear.
We didn't hear the full part.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you can, try the line again. But you also watching can try 0302 770 222. 0302 770 222. You can also log on to our social media handles: Facebook GBC Ghana, Twitter GBC Ghana, and Instagram GBC Online, and then get interactive on those platforms as well. So you're telling us how we can donate?
Yes. So we have when you go to our website, we have information there. But I would just like to mention the phone number. We have a Momo, and it's 0245 72 9197.
Okay, so you need to slow down on that.
0245 72 9197.
Okay.
And then if you want to call to donate medical equipment to the hospital, or to donate baby clothing, cord sheets, anything at all that you can support us with, you can call 0244 76 2751.
Okay.
0244 76 2751.
All right. Let me just clarify that the first number you gave, which you said is a Momo number, is that also a calling number? Or
Yes,
it's just
you can
dedicated
also call, but it's mostly dedicated
to the Momo number. Okay.
Yes. It's
All right,
the name of J Foundation. We have an EcoBank account as well.
Okay. We don't want to confuse our viewers so much with so many
numbers. So when you go
numbers,
to the website as well,
which is
jfoundation.net, yes, you get all the information that you need. We're on social media too as well, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, J Foundation 18.
right.
Yes.
J Foundation 18. That's the year that it was registered. There's a caller on the line. You see that I got you.
You're so smart.
You see now. Good morning, friend on the line.
Good morning.
Hello, friend. Good morning.
The woman.
We can hear you, but it's a bit faint. Can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you very well.
Okay.
Aha. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Jesse. Jesse from Western Region.
Can you speak up just a little bit more?
Jesse from Western Region.
Okay, let's hear you.
The woman was talking about the natural thing. He was saying that so how much will it take to take some pictures?
Can you hear?
Can you
We can hear you, oh, my friend.
He said it is costly. So you need some benefit. And we're asking how much will it take to take care of
A preterm baby.
yes.
Okay, she was talking about the fact that it can be financially draining.
Okay.
Yes, and you want to know like how much? Will you be able to estimate?
not be able to give an estimate because every baby has a peculiar situation.
Right.
There are some babies that stay longer in NICU, so the longer they are admitted, the higher your bills. So.
Okay. Please, are you okay then?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What, do you have somebody who is expectant, preterm mother or something?
Yeah.
Okay, where is the person? Okay.
So that month, that's what we're asking.
Okay. Thank you for calling. We are grateful.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So the issue about cost is to him something to really occupy his thoughts on.
Yeah. So we normally encourage the family to support the mothers or the parents of the. And then sometimes you get some NGOs visiting the hospital to take care of bills that have not been settled. What we do is that to help the mothers as well, so that we believe that when the mothers are happy, the babies are healthier. So to help the mothers, we have a mothers group page where so when we visit the hospitals, we take their numbers, we add them to the page, we encourage them. Sometimes some of them have problems in the middle of the night, and then we show them how to.
Problems in the middle of the night?
Yes, maybe
such
they
as
are
what?
breastfeeding and the baby chokes or the baby starts throwing up through the nose. Yes, so then immediately, probably you don't know what to do. And so when you contact us, we have a doctor on the page, a pediatrician, neonatal nurse, and a doctor on the page that will help you immediately. And then we have the support of some experienced mothers who have their babies who are now 18 and above.
Yeah,
we have some who will share their experiences. So some mother was complaining the last time that her baby hasn't walked, and the baby is
walked.
Yes, the baby is almost 2 years, and we all had to give her that support. And the baby is walking now. She almost gave up. And we were like, don't give up. Once the baby stands and is fine, you take her to the hospital. They say she'll walk. It's just a mental thing. So we give them that support. We talk to them, we encourage them, and let them know that we are with them. We've been in the same situation, and then this is how we. And then there are times that is very difficult because you go to a hospital, you see a mother that had triplets, she's lost 2, and there's just one there, and she's lost all hope. She says, hey, where should you be, you know, and that alone is not a good sign. So we speak to such mothers, we let them know that yes, you lost your baby, but we have people too in our midst that lost their babies, so we share in their sorrow, we share in their joy, and then we are there to support them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I like that aspect of the counseling too, because the mind, is actually where everything is processed from.
Yeah.
So once you're able to, positively conscientize your mind, half of the battle is won.
It's won. Yeah.
So I like that part a lot. Is it that you would know that you're